What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. Today we're going to be breaking down tight end Nick Truesdell for the Tampa Bay Vipers in the XFL, giving you guys an overview of what we can expect to see from him from a fantasy angle for the 2020 season in the XFL. But hey, if you guys are looking for XFL fantasy and other content, we'll be posting stuff daily throughout the entire season, so feel free to click that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on everything that's happening in the XFL. Anyway, not going to waste any more time. Let's get started right now. Alright guys, so as I said, we're breaking down Nick Truesdell. Now, Nick Truesdell was drafted in the first round for the Tampa Bay Vipers, their very first pick in the skill position draft, and looks to be one of the more dominant receivers and just overall players for the Tampa Bay Vipers, getting to play for Mark Trestman in an offense that knows how to utilize offensive weapons. Nick Truesdell is definitely that. The tight end spot is going to be the hardest position to figure out on a week-by-week basis in the XFL, and a lot of fantasy leagues I've seen are even trying to omit tight ends from the league or just put in flex spots. But if you play in a league that has a tight end and you want, the most consistent potential option from the tight end, then definitely look at Nick Truesdell. Again, being drafted in the first round, he's been turning heads every single time that they do a highlight video for the Tampa Bay Vipers, or they're talking about highlighted players from training camp. Nick Truesdell's name comes up every single time. He's just making plays all over the field. I think he was actually a receiver in college, but overall has just looked incredibly good from a tight end perspective in a league that doesn't have many tight ends to be excited about. I think he's definitely worth a high overall pick. In terms of athleticism, he has a really good catch radius and a good agility score. Not the quickest tight end by any means or any stretch of the imagination, but has looked pretty good even when we look back. Last year when he played for the AAF, he led the league for tight ends by far. There really weren't any other tight ends other than Nick Truesdell doing anything. He played for the Salt Lake Stallions and had 24 receptions and 269 yards, which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering tight ends were so putrid in the AAF, Nick Truesdell definitely gave you a glimmer of hope if you were playing in a league with tight ends. So Nick Truesdell could do the exact same thing again here in the XFL and basically end up being one of, if not the only tight end really worth playing on a weekly basis. So he's going to be an incredibly valuable fantasy asset for that purpose. So definitely keep that in mind in your fantasy drafts. There's going to be some strategy to drafting a tight end early just to make sure that you're not stuck in the quagmire of having a guy that's going to constantly dud you with 0 to 3 point games. I think Nick Truesdell is going to give you the highest floor of any tight end in the XFL. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. If you're looking for rankings to see how I have all the tight ends ranked, click the link in the description box or go to fantasyaddictionnetwork.com. And then if you guys are looking for XFL content on the daily, click the like and subscribe button. We'll be posting stuff every single day throughout the season. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.